we stayed at the Best Western last night in Idaho Falls, which is a really lovely place. But that came with breakfast. We don't normally do it, but we've just had some omelettes and eggs. Anyway, they've got a coffee station. He's going to try and make his own. Off you go. Try it.
It's percolated stuff. It's no press stuff. It's the normal drip level coffee.
It might get you by because it might be a couple of hours. So we're on the way to the Indian dealership here to get his service.
See, you don't understand.
And we've got to wait. We've got to hang around for 3 hours at the dealership, which is okay because we've got stuff to do. You going to do it? Do it. You can do it. Go and try it. Might surprise us, mightn't it? Oh, yeah, looks like mud. Did you pick the Colombian blend?
Yeah.
Okay. Now for the milk. Unless they've got wooden stirrers, not all this plastic friggin' shit that's landfill. Things like this might need a shitload of sugar. Out of 10? Oh, it's a big fat 0. Well, we expected that. Okay, well, let's leave it. Let's go. Today's episode is brought to you by these fabulous people. We've got Craig Jones. Now, Craig is from Billings. So around here, we're meeting up with Craig and his wife, and we might ride the Beartooth Pass. I think they're going to show us around there. So thank you, Craig. You've been very generous. And then we have Darren Mather from Inverell. Thanks, Darren. And then we have, Tony McClimate, a good friend of mine from New South Wales. Oh, no, she's actually in Queensland now. She's up north, up near Airlie Beach. Thanks, Tony. And Tommy McMahon from Odenville. Thanks, Tommy. That's very kind of you. And Veronique Mensch from Fredericksburg. So thanks, Veronique. Found a coffee shop. We never got to explore this part of town, but this is downtown. But, don't need to be shopping, do I? So it's now 8:20. Get the coffee. We're going over to Indian. They start at 9. We said we'd be there super early so they can get underway because we want to get away and do about a 3-hour ride today. I've got to get my head around this week. I think I've slightly buggered up some of the destinations because we're sort of in a cluster now for this week all around leading into Sturgis. Oh no, we've got Moab so this week, I don't know. It's very confusing. Day ahead, which is good, but we're back on track with tomorrow night being in Jackson, which is what we booked. There you go. Okay, Damien's real live coffee for the morning. Did you just sip it then, did you, while I was not paying attention?
I can't fucking wait for you all day.
Okay, what's the go?
Yeah, it's alright.
Out of 10?
I'll give that about a 6.
Jesus, mate, you're fucking hard marker. It's all right, and it still only gets a 6. All right, that's today's coffee review. I don't think I'm going to do another one, unless, obviously you'll have another one, but unless it's something amazing, I think
What's the search?
I think my followers are starting to think, for fuck's sake, Damien. There's been people suggest that we should have packed our own percolator.
Yeah, well,
make our own, ground our own coffee.
I'll just have a ute behind me or trailer or something,
So we've had a few suggestions on what Damien should be doing about it. None of them are actually practical. So I found a feather on the ground. They say it's lucky. Yeah, maybe. Another piece of shit to add to the bike. Okay, we're here at the Eagle Rock Indian store where the bikes are ready to be looked at, and this is it. Also Royal Enfield here and Urals. They've got the cool stuff. An Indian ambassador at Eagle Rock. Yeah. This is your store, right?
Yeah, this is them. My dealership.
And you were given the ambassadorship this year, so 2023. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
And you're on a Challenger. Calvin's going to show us a bit of a ride today with a local Intel, which is great. And you're going to take us, and we're going to end up somewhere near over Jackson, but not in Jackson, where we haven't still sorted an accommodation yet. Is it school? How old are they?
Oldest is 8, and I got twins that are 7.
Right. So is it school holidays at the moment or something? Is it?
Yeah, school's out right now.
Right.
Summer
Okay.
break.
That's why. Another reason why it's busy. Another lesson to learn. Watch. You know, we arrived the week of 4th of July, so we're worried because everything was closing and getting our bikes and the port were bloody stopping and then holiday time, school holidays, everything's busy. There's kids everywhere. So if I'd planned this again, I'd probably avoid those times.
Yeah, September they start going back to school. That's good riding time then.
Right. Okay. So they have virtually July, August. They
June, July, most of August. Yep.
What, off school?
Yeah.
Like 3 months?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's how they do it here. And the teachers too. You got to think about that too. So
So-
they get a break.
What?
Yeah.
So they actually, school's out
School's out.
for nearly 3 months.
Yeah. School's out.
Forever.
Summer.
Oh, and then, because that's why you have summer camps, right? Because parents can't stand it.
That's right.
They need to ship them off.
That's exactly
So
right.
that explains American summer camp. We don't have camps like that in Australia because we have holidays dotted throughout the year. Like, what do you do for work, Calvin?
I actually work out on the desert. There's a nuclear facility, research facility.
Right.
Do HVAC work out there.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Is that top secret stuff out there?
There's some.
It's not like
Looks like it.
looks like it's done. Look at that.
Oh man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you were. Oh man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you were. Oh man, look.
Is this the square ice cream place?
Where your square ice cream's at.
Is this the only place in the world you get square ice cream?
A few others have picked up on it.
Right. It's called Berries.
See?
That's okay. Thank you. Have a sample of a moose track, please. Okay, so 1 square moose track. So let me see how that looks square. Okay, that's square.
Oh man, look my life. 24 and there's so much more.
And this is the Swan Valley, and that is the Snake River.
Yep, so the Snake River goes into this reservoir, which is Palisades.
Palisade. Oh, okay. Now, Damien's doing his drone. So here is Damo's drone footage.
That makes me think of two. Love lost such a cause. Give me things that don't get lost. Like a coin that won't get tossed. Rolling home to you. Oh, now take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you. I need someone to love me the whole day through. Oh, one look in my eyes and you can tell that's true. Lullaby, look in your eye. Run around the same old town. Doesn't mean that much to me, to mean that much to you. I've been first and last. Look at how
We've just crossed the border into Wyoming from Idaho. We're heading into the mountains. Teton. We're going to the Teton National Forest as well on the left-hand side. I reckon it's about 35. It's very hot. Calvin's, I think we've only got another 40 minutes to go. Then we will start looking for a place to stay. This is Jackson. We're not staying here. We're staying here tomorrow night. Wow, look at that. Kodak moment. This is, what's this place? Victor.
This is Victor.
We've just come up, what did we come up? The beautiful mountain, the Teton,
The Teton Pass.
Teton Pass. And now Calvin's going east,
West.
West?
West for home.
he's going home, we're going east. We've found some accommodation and Of course, now Calvin's an official tank topper because he filled up my tank of fuel for today. So thank you very much. And thank you for taking the time out to show us. There's no way we would have known about that ride. So we're very grateful, aren't we, Damien? Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. We've just stopped at Victor. Is it Victor?
Victor.
Before we go to our accommodation. And I had a huckleberry milkshake. Damien had an espresso. I think that's a wise choice. I think you should give up on the coffee. Go milkshake. This is the world famous home of the huckleberry milkshake. And I love these huckleberry milkshakes. And I think they've even put malt in it. We're now on our way to our accommodation, about 20 minutes away.
Yep. 19 minutes, yeah, about 20 minutes. Yeah.
And it's the Teton's teepee village. But it's not a teepee, but it looks really cool. So we'll see you there. Found some cement. Right, there's reception. Right, we're at our accommodation. It's an old ski lodge. We were in room 9, but each room has its own little bathroom. 3 steps down. Nice. Cool. How lovely. And then the rooms are tiny, but we've got all out there to use, and they're doing a fire pit tonight. She said it gets chilly after about 9 o'clock. We had to go, they don't have food, they don't, the bar here, but they're not licensed, no food, so we had to go back into town to get some supplies. So 2 salads, some things for Damien, some fruit. That came to, not the chips, that came to $50 US, about 70, 80 bucks Australian, just for that. What a day, cheers.
Cheers.
Well, we've ended up in what I reckon is a great place.
Yeah, amazing.
This is sort of stuff I like staying in, these rusticy, log cabiny things. This is called, when I saw it, it was Teton Teepee Village. I thought we were going to get a teepee because I'd like to stay in a teepee at least once on this trip. I know it's not your thing.
Do you really?
Yeah, fuck yeah. And a wagon wheel as well.
Well, you don't want to share bathrooms.
No, they're fucking usually multi-share. They have things stuck out in the middle of nowhere that share with wild animals and more spiders to bite you.
And drop toilets?
Mm.
You don't do good with drop toilets.
Drop what?
Dunnies, toilets.
No, I don't like outdoor things, but I deal with it to experience a teepee and a wagon wheel. I've got to say, every bed we've slept in America has been very comfortable, don't you reckon?
Except for one.
The other weird things about this country well, not weird, they're just different.
What is?
What's different?
Again, they don't use indicators.
They don't use indicators, they pull out in front of you.
Yep.
And roundabouts, it's like they're on a quest just to sort of zoom over them as quick as possible without stopping.
Exactly.
Scary, and because for us it's the other way
You
around.
get polar opposites. You get people who you walk across the road and they stop half a mile down the road. So courteous.
They're very courteous, yeah, exactly.
I can't figure that out.
And you notice the light switches go up instead of down to turn on?
Yeah, but that's normal here.
That's what?
That's normal here.
Yeah, but that's odd, isn't it? It's different for us, is what I'm
It's
saying.
different.
I'm
but
not questioning what is shit. I'm just saying some of the things we've noticed.
Yeah, but that's.
And like the power points, once the plug's in, it's going, it's on. There's no switch to put on.
You know why though?
Why?
Because they're 110 volts.
So it's not enough to kill you.
Well, it gives you a good kick. That's about it.
Right.
You don't want to be licking it though.
What else is different?
Oh.
The toilet, because the water goes around the other way,
And
but
it's
the
a fish-
water,
and it's a fish pond.
the water comes up. It's like a bowl of soup.
I would have called it a fish tank.
Okay, but the water comes right up, so it's right. If you fell in, it wouldn't take much for that water to be touching your ass cheeks. Worse if you're a bloke and you're a sitter.
I don't sit.
You don't sit.
No, I have the privilege of standing, so I
So
stand.
you stand. I know people that sit, men that sit just for the number one, and I reckon if they had hanging ball sack that'd be swishing in that water.
Yeah.
It's very disconcerting seeing the water so high.
Okay.
You know, like I think that's odd.
Let's just say I have a privilege to stand. I will stand.
Yeah, well, I would imagine. But I was listening to the ABC the other day, and they were doing an online on-radio survey
Really?
of men who sit or stand, and the amount of men who sit, and their reasoning was that their wife nagged them so much that when they were standing, they'd get it everywhere, so they decided to sit and keep the lid down just to keep the peace.
You just need a ping pong ball.
And aim for it.
Yeah.
That water way up top, and and if the VIP poos needs a bit of attention, those fucking blind mullets are going to be floating to the top and be feeling. Oh, it's horrible. No.
No. So the thing is, the VIP poo was invented in America because of that reason.
Do you know that, or are you just making it up?
No, it's true.
VIP poo that I've dragged all the way from Australia because we have to share a bathroom.
Yeah, was invented in America.
Well, that would be why, because the water comes right up. And
That's right. So you have a coating, and it's
Yeah.
Where in Australia,
No, it's much lower and it's much safer. Anyway, what was the highlight for today?
oh,
Because you got a service on your Indian today, which was.
I did.
How much did that cost again? This is the second service or first?
no, this is my second, but first in America.
Yes, but it's the 8,000. Is it the
It's
8?
the 8,000 kilometre, which is 5,000 miles.
And what would that cost in Australia to have done?
Well,
About
I think around
$400,
about
right?
$400, but it cost me $400 American.
American, which is like $650 Australian.
Pretty close
So
to
it's more
$700.
expensive to have the shit done here.
Yep.
And then Calvin, was nice of him to come out, the Indian ambassador, the head of that IMRG chapter in the Idaho Falls. Because we were advised the night before to go up another way and back on the friggin' highway. So I'm so glad that he saved the day and led us to here. And tomorrow we've got Jackson, and we might do the other side of the Tetons tomorrow.
Yep.
So another big day, and the weather's been great, so
Don't
we've been very
mind.
lucky.
No,
I want to
you're
talk to
right.
people
No,
tonight.
I just want to chill
I'm
out.
over it.
Are you?
I'm over talking to a lot of people. I just want to relax. I wouldn't mind finishing yesterday's episode that you owe me.
I've got to do yours.
You owe me the
I've got
footage.
to do all the audio.
I told you it looked a lot, so I'm not doing that again. We're not doing that again.
Yeah, I've
It's
worked
too much work. Have you worked it out?
I worked a way of doing it.
Tomorrow will be good. Jackson.
Well, the bike's serviced. I'm happy. I just need to get this tune sorted out.
Yeah. I need a good sleep tonight. I had a terrible sleep last night.
Why?
I don't know. Some days I work and some days I don't. Okay, I'm going to do some downloading.
Guitars rolling home.